Hello and welcome to Man on Football Manager with me, Dan. Last year we saw the creation of the European Super League with 12 teams signed up. After all the backlash, only 3 of these teams are still interested in making it happen. It got me thinking, who would win this Super League if it actually happened? So I have put the original 12 teams in the league and added 8 others that had the highest reputation on this game. I didn't include teams which condemned the Super League when it was first announced, such as PSG, Bayern Munich and Dortmund. And I will freely admit, I'm not sure if this is going to work properly. It's not perfect, but it's worth a shot. As you can see, these are the 20 teams on my left, and I reckon this is going to be a fun experiment. I'm now going to skip to the end of the season, and we're going to find out who would win this Super League. Technically, there's not supposed to be a relegation, but I could not sort this out in the editor. So we'll find out who would get relegated in this scenario too. So catch you in a second, guys. So here we are at the end of the season, and there's quite a few shockers here. One big glaringly obvious thing I've noticed is the winner only got 82 points. It's a much tougher league, because Man City are the champions, but they've only got 82 points. This is the team that normally gets 90 plus points a season. Clearly, the competition is high in this league. So Man City won with 26 wins, 4 draws and 8 losses. And closely behind them are Chelsea with 79 points. Only 3 points behind, unfortunately for them. But it's mostly the top 6 is mostly dominated by English teams, which did surprise me, to be fair. And like I said earlier, this is not perfect. As you can see, I have made it. This is pretty much the Premier League with the logos and 20 teams. I've just moved teams around into different leagues to make this work. The biggest surprise I've seen down below is Zenit. Zenit are relegated, but they're in the Europa Cup, and I don't understand why. They must have won something. Let me just check. Yeah, so here we go. This is what I mean about it not being perfect. So all these teams that are in the league are all in the English Cups. So they were in the FA Cup and they were in the Carabao Cup. And they won the FA Cup. That's why they're in Europa League. So in this scenario, Benfica, Zenit and Lyon would be relegated. Ajax had the same points as Benfica, but they were just scraped by goal difference to not being relegated. Barcelona didn't make top 6, but Roma did. Mourinho has got Roma into the top 6 in a Super League, which is crazy. So I want to dig down now to see who are the top players in this league. But let's just quickly look at the team overview of stats. So Man City got the most goals with 75 goals this season, closely followed by Chelsea, who's joint second with Juventus in 64 goals. Liverpool had the most shots this season with 556. 26 more than Man City, and they also had the fewest conceded with only 30 goals going past them. Most clean sheets this season were both Man United and Chelsea with 13. Interestingly here it says Ajax had the best form towards the end of the season with them being second, but we know how close they were to being relegated. They had a really great end to the season. I did start this save with no transfers at the beginning of it, and I kind of regret doing that. I feel like it would have been a crazy summer with all these players moving around amongst themselves in one league. Maybe that can be another experiment for another day. Just let me know in the comments. If you have suggestions for videos and experiments like this, just let me know in the comments below and I'll happily make them for you. So yeah, as you see, in the January transfer window, Gnabry left Bayern Munich to go to Man City for 62 million. And that was the biggest transfer of that transfer window. Imagine what another season would look like with this. I kind of want to do another season. So we're now looking at the player stats of this season. Dusan Vlahovic is the top goal scorer in this league with 25 goals, closely followed by Lukaku with 19. And here are the most assists for this season, with Pellegrini being at the top with only 13, with Bruno Fernandes, De Bruyne and Barella right behind him with 12. It makes sense for Vlahovic to be the top goal scorer because he has the most shots. He's getting the shots in, so he's getting the goals too, with 137 shots in 34 games. Salah was right behind him with 133, and Martinez with 132. That's quite a distance between fourth and third. Kai Havertz with 118 and Benzema with only 108 this season. What surprised me the most is, in terms of conceded goals, Man City are not anywhere near the top 8. I thought Ederson would have been near the top, but no, it's Galini. And same when you go to clean sheets, Ederson's not there, which surprises me a lot. But look at the quality of goalkeepers in this league, it's insane. I forgot to look at this screen earlier in the last section, so this was the preview for the Super League. Man City were the odds favourites to be the European Super League winners, with Liverpool second, Chelsea third and Real Madrid fourth. No one predicted Roma to be in the top 10. So down the bottom here in 18th, 19th, 20th, they were expected to be relegated, and they were. So they got that correctly. Maybe not in the correct order, but they were relegated. I just want to quickly look at the manager movements as well. We got a couple of sacked managers in this season. Diego Simeone got sacked on Boxing Day, and he got replaced by David Moyes. Erik ten Hag got replaced by Conte. Yeah, Conte got sacked by Tottenham, and he was replaced. Tuchel got replaced by Brendan Rodgers. Some crazy replacements. So I tried my best to clear most of the Premier League records. So you'll still see the odd couple, like fewest wins being Derby, fewest points being Stoke, but all the rest are pretty brand new. Like one-time winners are Man City, obviously. The highest attendance is 99,354 by Barcelona and Real Madrid in January. The lowest was Shakhtar versus Napoli with 14,376. Average attendance is 93,610 thanks to Barcelona. The biggest win of the season was 4-0 with Barcelona versus Benfica. The highest scoring game of the season was Tottenham-Arsenal 3-3 in October. Man City got the most wins in a row. Zenit got the most losses in a row. Chelsea's got the record of 13 games without losing. And Lyon have got the most games without winning with 12. I couldn't change the most team goals, 127 Arsenal in 1930 unfortunately. So the most team goals this season was 75 in Man City. Who got the fewest? It was Zenit with 24. So as we know, Vlahovic with 25 goals is the top goal scorer in the European Super League. Can that be beaten? Probably. He's also got the most goals by a player in a match with 4. The highest average rate in this season is 7.62 after 35 games, which was Mo Salah. Most player of the match awards this season is Bernardo Silva from Man City with 7. Bastoni has got the most yellow cards this season. The youngest player is Gavi at 17 years old. So if you want to see more of these stats, please feel free to pause the video and have a look. If you want me to show you something else, what I've missed, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to let you know. I don't think it's a fair assessment just by doing one season. I kind of want to know what it'd be like with another season in the European Super League. I'm going to skip now to the end of next season and see if there's a bigger change, whether that's transfers, places in the table. I think it's worth finding out, and I'll catch you in a second. So we are now at the end of the next season, and I'm quickly going to show you how it went down. And as you can see on this list, another example of why it didn't work properly. We've got Stoke, Norwich and Bournemouth in the Super League, and 2 of the 3 have been relegated. Bournemouth were the only team to survive the promotion, and Ajax just couldn't survive another season in the European Super League. Man City won it yet again, and I think it's clear now that they are the best European side. But they only won by 2 points with 82 points. They got 25 wins this season, 7 draws and 6 losses. and Man United were close behind them with 25 wins, 5 draws and 8 losses. If they just didn't lose one of those games, they probably would have won the Super League. Also in the top 4 were Liverpool, who came 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and in the Europa Cup is Juventus and Atletico Madrid. And Tottenham are in the Conference Cup, even though they're in 11th place. I'm going to quickly show you the transfers for that season. So there were some crazy transfers. We had Frankie de Jong leave Barcelona for Man City for a reported 75 million, which could rise up to 90 million depending on add-ons. Dani Olmo left Leipzig for Barcelona for 68 million. And Rafa left Benfica for Manchester United for 68 million too. I'm not going to go through every one of these. Please feel free to pause this and have a look at all the other transfers if this is your kind of thing. Despite Man City winning the league, Chelsea had the most goals this season with 82. They also had the most shots with 588. The rest of it was dominated by Liverpool, who only came 3rd. They had the least shots against them, the most clean sheets, and the fewest goals conceded too. Player-wise, Marcus Rashford was the leading goalscorer for the second season of the European Super League with 25 goals after 38 appearances. Martinez was close behind with 21 goals, and Vlahovic again up there as 3rd place with 19 goals. De Bruyne had joint most assists with Jadon Sancho with 14, with Mbappe being 3rd with 12. And Mbappe has joined Chelsea, it seems. He must have left on a free from PSG and joined Chelsea in the end. As we know, Liverpool had the most clean sheets, so Alisson had the most clean sheets with 17. Dean Henderson close behind with 16, and then Ederson with 14. So there was only a couple of manager movements this time, and the most noticeable one was Xavi from Barcelona being sacked because players lost confidence in him and he was replaced by Enrique. And this is the team of the season. And what a team it is. Suarez and Kane up front. Could you imagine that duo? Luke Thomas made the team. He must have moved from Leicester to Liverpool during this season. The biggest surprise for me is Dean Henderson being in goal, considering Alisson did so well this season with the clean sheets. So there we have it, guys. I thought I'd quickly show you another season just to see what it'd end up like. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please, if you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. I'll happily help you out. Thank you, and good night.